Hey guys, how's it going, and welcome back to Dark Souls 2. So when we left off in the last area, I was about to go down an elevator. I'm now at the bottom of the elevator at a bonfire, and I didn't go very far, I just went down a short path. But we are now in the Shrine of Amana, which is an area that hopefully we will be able to complete in this episode. But it's an area with a very easy boss, but very annoying regular enemies, because there's a lot of magic users that shoot tracking missile balls at you, and there's like dudes that hide underneath the swamp and jump out and try to grab you, and also you're walking in water for the most part in this area, which makes your character walk fairly slow. So overall, it's not really an area that I'm that much of a fan of. But hopefully we'll be able to complete it, and then I won't ever have to worry about it again. I'm going to go ahead and open up this chest here. Just make sure you kill that guy first, because I think he poisons you if you don't. And you get 2 wilted dusk herbs, which is a really good item there from the chest, because that's 2, I think, full restorations of all your spells. It restores many spell uses. That's the examine text for the item, so I think it just restores all your spells, but I'm not 100% sure because I've always used the amber herbs, which is the lower level one, which just restores a few. Anyway, we're now in the Shrine of Amana. There is an item back behind the stairwell, so make sure you pick that one up. Large soul of a nameless soldier, not too bad. And we're going to try to get through this area, you know, as fast as possible without skipping a whole lot of stuff. So you will see, first of all, these jerks. I don't remember what they're called, but these guys do hit hard, and they also drop Twinkling Titanite, which is a good thing. Also, you'll see some guys with like their faces in the water. These guys will jump out at you if you try to just like walk past them and attack you in the back. So you probably want to like take them out if at all possible. And for some reason they don't seem to notice you until you get up like right in their grill, so you do have some time to take them out. But they will attack you in the back if they see you. Come on, hit him. The katana isn't doing a great job of hitting these guys in the water for whatever reason. But we're gonna go ahead and go into the shack here, and there is a lady. And the reason why she's here, she doesn't really do a whole lot right now, but after you beat the boss of this area, you can come back and you can talk to her, and you can use the item that is dropped by the boss of this area to like unlock a thing. I'm not going to go too into it, but there's a weapon that you can get by doing some stuff, and I've never really got the weapon before, but I might. More near the end of the game, I might like go check all of that out. So always run around the back of the shack as well, because there is a treasure chest, so you want to grab that. And we get some crimson water from that, and I don't remember what crimson water does, so I'll look at it really quickly. Greatly restores HP, so it's probably just like a full HP restore, and spell uses as well, so that's a really good item, but you hardly ever run into it, so don't expect to get that item a whole lot. There's a bunch more of these guys, these whatever you want to call them, just chilling in the water. Also, you gotta watch out, there's 3 of these priest guys up ahead, so you want to lure them out one at a time. So you just want to like advance slowly until you get into the aggro range of one of these priests, and then when he runs towards you, run back, because you just do not want all 3 coming at you at once. Come on, dude, come on. Come on, son. Okay, we got one of them. He's walking towards us, and we're gonna back off. Oh no, we actually got 2. This is no bueno. Uh-oh. Alright, so in this case, if you get 2 on you, run. I'm not sure why we actually aggroed the farther one first. That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but a lot of things in this game honestly don't make all that much sense. So yeah, if you get 2 on you at once, you're probably going to die, just because these guys do very fast attacks, and they use spears that do a lot of damage. Come on. One of them just needs to run back, and then we're fine. Okay, they're starting to run back now. If I can just grab one of them and have the other run back, we'll be okay. Yeah, it looks like that's the case. So one of them is running back, and we can grab this guy. Get the backstab on him while he wasn't looking. That's awesome. And then when he tries to stand up, you're done. And they also do drop like a decent amount of souls. I might want to like put on that ring that increases the amount of souls you get. I have it on, Covetous Silver Serpent Ring, so I don't have to worry about it. I think we're good with our ring setup right now. I completely forgot this frog guy existed here, so we'll take him out really quickly. There we go. I'll use a life gem just to get up to full health. Save my Estus as much as possible. Although I think the next bonfire is fairly close, so we shouldn't have too much problem. Okay, I just need to grab you. You need to come over here. Looks like he's seeing me, so Just hang on. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. I know you see me. I'm right in front of you. There we go. Alright, now run back. Make sure that other priest guy doesn't get on you, because otherwise you're in a world of pain. In for a world of pain. I think 3 hits will do it. Nope, because he blocked the last one. Alright, we'll just charge in. Boom! And right on the shield. In this case, just look, back off. If he hits you with that shield, all your stamina is gone, so you really don't want to... We just got his shield as a drop as well. I'm going to check this thing out. It's probably not amazing, and the shield that we have at the moment is 100% block damage, so I don't think we're going to want to change. But it looks kind of cool. It only gives, like, what, 65% physical block, which is pretty bad, but whatever. We do pick up a lot of weapons. You generally pick up a lot of items every single playthrough, so you have a lot of options to choose from. You can't upgrade everything, so I mean, even the worst item you can upgrade to make them decent if you want, and you can use just about any sort of item that you could ever wish for. Human effigy as a drop, it's not terrible. So we just need to get this last priest guy, and I'm going to take this area really slow, really carefully, especially when we move on into the next stage, just because it is kind of easy to die if you just try to rush through it. Okay, 3 hits, and he should be done. We have one last frog, and then we can move on. I think there's a bonfire fairly close, so we should be good in case of death. I was thinking there's an item drop there, but no. Large soul of a proud knight, that's not bad. Pretty decent soul item. And then, unless there's some more frogs, we should have this area completely cleared out. And one other reason I didn't want to like use my Estus all that much is because I would kind of like to... Yeah, there's a frog. He's just almost completely hidden under the water. I would like to not rest at bonfire as much as possible, just so these enemies won't respawn, just in case I have to go back there for whatever reason. Okay, so there are a lot of enemies in there, but there's also a chest in there. I don't remember what the chest contains, but we're going to try to go check it out, I guess. Just be careful with these guys. You don't want to aggro like all of them at once. As long as you just kill one at a time, it's completely fine. But if all of them start piling you, then you're in for a challenging time. Yeah, for whatever reason, they don't notice you until you're like right in front of them. I think the story behind that is they are blind, and they're sticking their tongues out because that's like how they sense enemies. Something like that. So in this chest is going to be Twinkling Titanite. So that's really good for a lot of weapons that require Twinkling Titanite to be upgraded. I'm not using one of them. And I did upgrade the Black Steel Katana, so we're up to +8 now. Although it does degrade kind of fast, so I'm going to need to rest this next bonfire now that I think about it, just because we're already under half of the degradation, so it's gonna break if I don't fix that. But I should be able to get that up to +10 fairly soon, and then I might even be able to infuse it with... I don't know what I would infuse it with. Probably lightning. I think the only element that you can use for some of the later bosses in the game, especially the last boss in the game, yeah, like the only thing the last boss in the game is weak to, I believe, is lightning. So we're going to have to use it. So you'll see like magic balls coming at me. Yeah, get used to that. That's going to become like a common theme with this area. And that's one of the main reasons you want to equip this silver quartz ring that you got fairly recently. I got it in the last episode. I can't remember exactly like what the point was that I got it, but it wasn't that long ago. If you watch the last episode, it will be, you know, something that happened. I'm trying to lock onto the guy that's right next to me, and for whatever reason, there's a frog over here that you can lock onto as well. So I will hit him. And it looks like there's water everywhere, right? But that's not the case. If you walk off this ledge, that's immediate death. So you can't just go anywhere you want. So I'm going to try to like sneak around this side, maybe avoid that sorceress, but that's not going to be the case. So with these magic balls, you have to roll through them if you want to not take damage. And that's pretty much the only way that I know of. So we'll take care of that sorceress, which is nice. And you have to roll through them at like the perfect moment, otherwise you do take damage here, so 2 hits for that one, not bad. And we'll S this up here just because there are going to be a lot more sorceresses, and a lot of times they will be in like larger groups as well, so they're going to be a little bit more challenging to deal with. Here's another frog guy. Just make sure, like, if you're not seeing the frog guys immediately with your line of vision, always like click the right stick to aggro them. Like, there's one here, but this one's really easy to miss if you're not paying attention. And there's a good chance that they'll come up behind you and, like, stab you in the back. Yes, there's another one over here that I probably would not have noticed. Man, I'm digging this black steel katana. Like, when we first got it, before it was upgraded, it was pretty bad, and I was like, I don't know why so many people have high regards for this weapon. It seems pretty awful, and it was for a while, and then we started upgrading it. So I was hoping to get the backstab here. There we go. Nice. I just love the backstab animation. Like, the extra damage from it wasn't really necessary. So just make sure to roll through these lightnings, whatever you want to call them, magic things. As long as you get the timing right, which isn't that difficult, you're completely fine. Okay, I really wanted to get her dead, and now we have the lizard guy come at us. And there we go. Now we can finally go in this building. There's going to be an NPC summon in this building that I'm going to use, and it's a long way away from the boss. So in most cases, the NPC summon will not last all the way until the boss, so you'll probably have to fight the boss solo. I have gotten this NPC summon, like, from this point, killing every single enemy all the way to the boss before, but I wouldn't necessarily count on that. It's unlikely. So we'll summon Felicia the Brave, and the main reason why you want Felicia the Brave here is because she will take a lot of the magic missiles that enemies are shooting, and she'll tank them for you. She has a ton of health, so it takes a long time for her to die, which is good, because that can, you know, get the mages focused on her instead of focused on you, so you get to save some Estus, save some annoyance having to roll all the time. What is she doing? Oh, she's fighting one of these frog guys. Alright, well, she does a decent amount of damage too, so sometimes she can, like, bum rush some of the enemies and get you some easy kills. I'm gonna try to... Okay, there is a sorcerer, like, right in front of us here. There's also one of these guys, but he's aggroed onto Felicia, so hopefully Felicia can take care of him. Oh, that really hurts. Just got hit with that magic stuff. And there is, like, a frog as well as one of these guys on Felicia, so we gotta take these guys out. Okay, the priest dude is dead. Is the frog dead? I guess the frog is dead, although I didn't see what happened to him. We get the Archdrake Mace. I guess they're called Archdrakes, would be like the technical name for them. So we got the shield and the mace, so if you wanted to look like an Archdrake, you also start with Archdrake robes. That's what I'm wearing. I don't know how to get the mask, but if you start as the priest class, you do start with the robes. Nice. Okay, so this next part is a little bit more challenging, because you'll have a couple sorceresses, and then also like 3 of these Archdrakes at once. So I really want Felicia to come up with me, because otherwise I'm going to have like a bunch of enemies on me at the same time, and it's not going to be good. So they'll probably all just start attacking Felicia, which is fine for now. You're going to be dead. That's great to see. Take out this frog here, just because he was there. And if we take out this mage, we should be like just about set. We should be able to like handle the rest of this area, even if Felicia dies, which is looking more and more likely. She might even, yeah, she got pushed off the edge. One of the Archdrakes fell off the edge as well. So yeah, she died, but it's really important to have that NPC, just because if you don't, run off the edge, please. Oh, I thought he was gonna like just kill himself. That does happen a lot in this game. The enemies will just kill themselves. So unfortunately we don't have Felicia for the next area, which would have been really nice, honestly, but oh well. It's not the end of the world. So there is another bonfire in here, and this is going to be the last bonfire. And now these guys, you got to watch out for them, because they will degrade your equipment, so just make sure you're not getting too close. And honestly, we can probably just run past here and rest at this bonfire, because we do need that in order to like repair all our equipment. And to kill these guys up here, because there's a really big one, we're going to use pyromancy. Not for this guy here. We can honestly just use the mace for this one to, you know, save charges on our katana, because just in case it takes a while to get through this next area, which is very plausible, we might need the katana at full strength. So yeah, just don't stand in that stuff, because it'll degrade your weapons, then you'll just have to rest at the bonfire immediately, and they'll respawn again, so it's like a never-ending cycle. Okay, so now we can use pyromancy, if it would be so kind as to lock on. I'm trying here. Yeah, it does a decent amount of damage. I'll just use all my fire orbs, and hopefully that will get this guy dead. It did indeed. My prisoner's waistcloth is at risk. I'm gonna look at what the state of my equipment is. Oh man, yeah, that's not good. So I guess I stood in that cloud a little bit. I'm gonna have to, I can just de-equip the prisoner's waistcloth. It does almost nothing. So it broke. But I was a little bit too close. I took too much of that damage to my equipment. So if I go into the next area, like, I'll probably break a ring or something. I don't want that to happen. So we'll just rest at a bonfire here. This is why you gotta be careful here, because otherwise, you know, you'll just lose all your equipment. And no one wants that. He's about to pop. This guy is about to pop, yeah. I'll just use pyromancy for all these, because I don't need the pyromancy later on. I'm just gonna wait for him to be done with his cloud thing. I'm not close enough to it where it should... Come on, son. I guess we don't technically have to lock on. We can just fire straight forwards. Yeah. It's not doing a whole lot from this far back, though. There we go. That's a little bit better. So finally that big guy is done. How does my equipment look? Perfect. I took a little bit of equipment damage, but not a whole lot, so we should be fine for this next area. The life yem, not bad. Okay, so this next area is probably... I don't know, this might be the most annoying. It might not be. Like, your results may vary, of course, but there's gonna be a lot of mages shooting at you. So you want to get them dead as soon as possible. I can't believe I dodged all of those shots. And there's also a lot of frogs, or, you know, lizard dudes. And we're also invaded by a dark spirit, which I was kind of hoping to avoid that, but, and I just died because I fell off the edge. Because it's, like, almost impossible to see where you're going in this area. We're gonna go repair the Ring of Light Protection really quickly. This is by far the worst part of Shrine of Amana, but luckily we just unlocked his bonfire. So we're going to go back to Magilla really quick, repair the Ring of Light Protection, and then give this another shot. So if I didn't fall off the edge there, I was really hoping not to spawn that Dark Spirit. One thing we might be able to do is just run through the area, try to, you know, tank the hits. We can use Estus, because I shouldn't be hit that much by the boss itself, so if we can just get to the boss, we should be completely fine. It's very unlikely that I'll die to the boss. I'm not trying to sound overconfident or anything, but it's just not a difficult boss at all. So the difficult part is just getting to him. So we'll go back to the third bonfire here. I'm not sure where there's a fog gate in like the illustration, because there isn't one. Okay, so just don't try anything too fancy here. Just use pyromancy to take out the enemies. Perfect. And then once these are all dead, we'll just try to make a rush for the boss. And we're not going to hang around too much because I really do not want to spawn that Dark Spirit. Are you going to lock on? I guess not. I guess locking on is not going to happen. So we'll just fire at this guy. Luckily these guys are super weak to pyromancy, which really helps. I'll back off here, so no more equipment gets degraded. Yeah, a little bit happened, but we should be okay. Okay, so now we just need to make our way to the boss itself. It might be like killing that mage that we killed. That might be like what causes the Dark Spirit to spawn. I'm not sure. Also, you cannot sprint through this area, so just... Oh my goodness. And we're dead. Okay. It would be really nice to have Felicia for this part, to be completely honest. This is not going to be easy. If I die one more time through this, what I'll do is I'll just like edit it until the time. And this is the thing, I've never had a problem here with this area. It's always been difficult. I've always like come close to death, but I've never had a problem getting through this area before, so I'm a bit puzzled, like what's the issue. Of course, usually, you know, you have dark magic at this point in the game if you're deciding to go down like the spellcaster route. And as I, you know, continue to say like in every single episode, dark magic, or just magic in general, does make everything in this game so much easier, including these enemies. If you have magic, you're in a much better situation, and you can kill stuff at range, and you can like hide behind pillars, and you don't have to worry about annoying stuff like, you know, having to run up to enemies in order to do damage to them and getting piled and dying. Stuff like that just is not a concern, so. Okay. Once again, we're using pyromancy to take out these fools. Wait for this guy to stop blowing. And now fire orbs. If I can hit him from this far back, that would be perfect, so we're not putting ourselves at risk here. I guess I could use pyromancies as well against the regular enemies, but I don't know about that. One other thing that you can do, and I have done this before, is you can use like a bow and arrows in order to take these guys out. So if you want to do that, that is one option. I don't know if it's like the most efficient. It does take a really long time if you use bows and arrows to kill these guys. Like it takes quite a while if you want to do that. So we will kill this guy, this Joker here, with pyromancy. Or, I mean, we're going to attempt to anyway, and apparently miserably fail at it. I want to, like, get this frog on me, this frog aggroed. But apparently that's just not going to happen. I guess the shield does block quite a bit of magic, so if we just keep the shield up, we won't take that much damage. I don't know, man. I honestly don't know what we should do. Okay, this dark mage spirit person is going to invade pretty soon. I'm assuming that's what happens in this area. Oh no, we got 3 mages on us at once. And the frog. I need to get back into safety or I'm dead very quickly here. And there's the enemy. And this enemy is a sorceress as well, so it can be kind of a jerk. Luckily, if we just get this thing dead, this mage dude, I need to Estus. If we can just get this mage dead, she will never spawn again. So, I'm trying. There we go. The frog is dead. I need to Estus real bad, though. Oh, that really hurts. I really would love it if this guy would just like walk off the edge or something. I'm dead. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna edit it out until I get past this, and I'll show the run where I successfully beat this area. But man, I had no idea how difficult this was using melee. Okay, I finally got through all that. Hopefully I showed it and maybe like sped up motion or something. I'll probably remember to do that in editing, but what I did is, yeah, I just used a bow, and that makes it so easy if you just used a bow or some other type of ranged weapon. It is, okay, I'll admit, it's kind of annoying just because it takes a while with a bow. It takes a little bit longer to kill them, but this bow does have an A in dex scaling that I got. So even though the bow does not do very much base damage, I think I hit like 300 or something with it, just because the bow scales so well with dexterity, and I have very high dexterity because I've been using this katana, which also scales very well with dexterity. So, anyway, it's finally time to fight this boss that I've been saying is really, really easy for a long time, and I'll probably get one hit just because of hubris, but let's see what buffs we have. We have poison, and that's about it. Yeah, we literally don't have anything else. So I'll try poison. Poison usually is not that impressive against buffs. I'm gonna have to go buy some like pine resin that applies lightning damage, because that's gonna be super helpful later on. I don't remember where the trader is that sells it, but I'll try to find him somewhere. Anyway, time to fight this boss. We will be fighting it with melee. Once again, like everything else in this game, this is an easier fight if you use magic. But here's the demon Azop, you know. That's what we're gonna be fighting here. So just wait for him to go through his attacks. which takes a little while, and then you get up to his face and wail on him. And overall, this is a super easy fight for the most part. You gotta watch out for the most part for like his jumping, but you get like tons of time to back off from his melee swipes, and then you get like an opportunity to get like 3 hits in yourself. Okay, so his jump attack, you just wait till he's about to hit the ground, and then you jump to the side. That was like the one thing that, you know, didn't kill me, but tended to do some damage before I really knew what I was... Oh, I can't believe I got hit by that. I thought I dodged, but you have to be pretty precise with the dodges if you're dodging the jump attack there. Oh, he's doing it again. There we go. See, just like that. Pretty easy if you just get the timing down. Also, the music is like super loud in this area, so hopefully this isn't going to be that awful. Okay, the hug attack, pretty easy to dodge. Like overall, this is just like, it's one of the later game bosses, so you might expect like a challenging boss fight or something. Nope, not really. So like this guy's way easier than even like the Mirror Knight, and he died to the poison, so the poison did help. And yeah, that was it. That was the Demon Song boss fight. The first time I fought this guy, I was like, huh, I hope this isn't hard or anything. And then I went through the fight and I was like, oh, okay, well that wasn't bad at all. So yeah, he's probably by far the easiest of the later game bosses, but that's okay, because we're about to fight a boss fight that's much more difficult. The next boss is, in my opinion, the most challenging boss in the game, and like any boss, you know, if you know the patterns and know the correct times to dodge roll and you're like good at that, it's not going to present that much of a challenge. But if you're not skilled, then it might be challenging. We're just going to get to the next bonfire and then we'll end off here. And also we got an item called the Key to the Embedded. And I might actually use this, because this is a very good weapon. It's a weapon with 220 base damage, and it also scales with an A in dexterity, so it's very, very powerful. So I very well might use this weapon. Also, the moveset is pretty good. You got like a thrust attack, so it does a lot of counterattack damage with that thrusting. Especially if you have the old Leo ring equipped. So I very well might use this Key to the Embedded, for the next boss fight at least, because it's just a very powerful counterattack damage weapon. And it's good. So I might use this. I might still stick with the Black Steel Katana. I think the Key to the Embedded is actually better, at least versus this next boss. I'll also try to get some of that Lightning Pine Resin, if I can remember where it's at. This is one of the DLC things. So we'll just go through here really quick. It's just some dialogue that I'm not really that interested in, but this guy like progressively gets bigger and bigger. I think this is the second or third time we've run into him. I'm not sure what the story is because I have never done any of the DLC content, but I'll probably do that eventually at some point. Anyway, we'll wait for him to disappear in the ground, light the bonfire, and this next area is the Undead Crypt. And that's what we'll be doing in the next episode. So rest up. And by the time we get to the next episode, I'll probably show you guys where to buy the pine resin that applies lightning damage, because the next boss is weak to it, so it's very handy to have that. And we'll also show off the next boss fight. But anyway, thanks for watching. Until then, farewell.